We're learning more tonight about the pilot who died after her plane crashed near the airport in St. Augustine. Family and friends have identified her as 49-year-old Marianne Fox. She's from Oregon. This is a picture of her and her fiance, who is also a pilot. One of her best friends back in Oregon says Fox was dedicated to aerobatics.
She was out there just facing her fears and battling through, just the nerves just to go and better herself as a pilot.
News for Jax reporter Eric Avanier is joining us live with more on the life of Marianne Fox and how her tragic death is impacting the piloting community.
Well, Kent, friends of Marianne Fox say she died doing what she loved, which was flying an airplane that now appears to have experienced engine problems before it crashed. The people who knew 49-year-old Marianne Fox say she lived a meaningful life with purpose, and that purpose was to excel in the sport of aerobatics.
She just took off with it. The rate at which she advanced into her skill is very remarkable. She surpassed me. I've been flying longer than she has, but then I was seeing her do things that I was too scared to do.
Fox's life tragically ended Thursday morning in the hospital after she was critically injured in this plane crash Wednesday afternoon. Aerobatic champion and current International Aerobatic Club Vice President Rob Holland issued a statement that reads, "She was and always will be a beloved member of the aerobatic and aviation community. We are saddened by her loss, but will always cherish her memory and the ways she touched our lives in a positive way." Moments before the crash that claimed her life, Fox and another pilot who was flying a separate plane behind her aircraft declared an emergency.
My flight partner is having engine trouble. The engine's not running well. She's feeling smoke, and she's making a beeline for the airport right now.
A witness who saw both planes fly over his house on approach to the airport says the lead plane's engine didn't sound right.
It did sound very unusual. It sounded like it was running very rough.
News4Jax aviation expert Ed Booth says the engine sound is an important detail for investigators.
The NTSB will look at the engine in great detail and determine if there are any conditions that would have prevented it from developing normal power.
Fox was cleared to land, but something went terribly wrong, and the air traffic control operator knew it.
It looked like she tried to put it down, and it kind of flipped over. We couldn't tell.
Fox's plane crashed into a marsh area 600 yards from the end of the runway. Now, it's worth pointing out that after Fox crashed, she was still in communication with air traffic control, who kept telling her that help was on the way. Now, when they did eventually get to her, they pulled her out of the plane, took her to the hospital, but unfortunately, she died much later in the hospital. Reporting live from outside Southeast Regional Airport in St. Augustine, Eric Avanier, Channel 4, the local station.
Eric, you just brought up something I want to ask about. How long did it take first responders to get there and try to help off the airport? You said 600 yards.
You know, Kent, that's a very interesting question because fire and rescue spokesperson could not give me the exact time it took to get her out of the plane or even get to her. But several folks in the piloting community who fly out of this airport are saying that it took too long. Now, fire and rescue say that it was not a simple process because, first of all, they had to use an airboat to get to her. Bear in mind that the distance of her airplane from the edge of the runway, that's 600 feet. That's like 6 football fields in distance. And then they still had to remove her from the wreckage because she was trapped in the cockpit. So they had to literally pry open the plane to get her out.
All right. Eric Avanier reporting from the Northeast Florida Regional Airport in St. Augustine.